When I heard about JA Academy, I thought it was gonna be like a boarding school. When I actually experienced it, it was completely different. It was like the normal high school experience, but better.
Every day, you'll be looking forward to going to school because of the JA Academy.
The people there brings a different environment. It's like, it makes you want to be there.
You just don't go to school just to go to school. You actually have something to look forward to every day.
You get real-world opportunities in JA than you get anywhere else.
The words I would use to describe the JA Academy is exciting and it brings opportunity.
JA Academy provides me with the best opportunities possible. In fact, it's the only reason why I attend Banneker.
Where I growed up at, the cycle is either you gonna make it out by playing sports, you gonna be a rapper, or you gonna be on the corner.
I was in middle school. A lot of people there, they wasn't that friendly. So I had to learn how to be alone, like to myself.
The old Daniel, I told him sit down, because you just see him going out in the halls, just screaming. I never seen an A on my progress report, never seen an A on my report card. Then I'll be like, I'm fine with it. I still pass and everything.
I've always been a good student. I've always stayed on top of my grade. My problem was always procrastination. I used to always wait till the last minute, and I felt like I never gave my 100%.
What you learn in the JA class, you can connect it to what you're experiencing in the outside world.
You get exposed to new things. Like, I didn't even know about owning the business or none of that.
When I got in JA Academy, it actually clicked. It was like, Jada, get yourself together.
The best thing about my school, of course, is the class of 2019. But I always say the teachers, the students, the administrators, like, just the people. It's like, it's fun.
The number one thing in the JA Academy is it's fun. If you're a kid, you want to be in it. There are unlimited opportunities in JA Academy.
JA Academy has impacted my future because I will be the first person in my household to go to college. I want to be a role model for my little sister. I want her to see if I can do it, she can do it.
I'm proud of my growth. This is the first time I've ever been on an honor roll. This Daniel, the one I am now, I'm proud of. He's calm. When he see everybody acting a fool, he turned the other way. He got his friends with him, so he's not really bothered by the other things. And it all came from JA.
The JA Academy is opening up my eyes to more. Instead of seeing this one route, I'm seeing multiple things I can do with my life. This could be your big break. It could be what can get you out of the hood. Like the JA Academy, they'll give you an opportunity to really do something with your life. Don't let where you grow up determine your future. This isn't my forever.
Wow, those students are simply amazing. Hello, I am LaToya Morgan, and I have the privilege to be their teacher at Junior Achievement Academy at Banneker High School. Those students are the examples of the power of education when education is done right. And as I watch that video, as their teacher, I know that that video only hits the surface. In those words, I hear joy and acceptance from a girl who has once overcome loneliness. I feel pride from a boy who realized being cool does not mean having to throw away his future. I see confidence in a boy who previously could not find his place in his community. I hear conviction in the voice of a girl who realized she can lift herself out of poverty and stop a cycle that has restricted her family for generations. I see a boy who embodies the definition of hope and determination, a boy whose mother dropped out of high school when her mom died of an overdose. His father has been in prison since he was 2 years old, and his teenage sister has already dropped out of high school. According to those facts, everything is stacked up against him, and yet there's hope. These are their stories. And they represent the hundreds of students in JA Academy. And while some stories are extreme, at the core, my students are just like every other teenager, battling the need to fit in, looking for their purpose, and constantly trying to figure out why school is relevant to them. In nearly every school across our country, there are teachers who work tirelessly to engage students in their education and prepare them for careers not yet created. But due to a system designed for another era, we know change in one classroom is simply not enough. And as you've discovered, those children are different. I'm different. And that's because JA Academy makes school different. In a system overcome by standards, silos, and conformity, JA Academy has brought back the art of teaching. It has brought innovation and creativity back to the profession and infused a needed dose of self-discovery and the reality into practice of learning. Through interdisciplinary case studies, consistency of high expectations, and rigorous curriculum, our students are discovering how their passions can align to their futures, and that is driving them to engage in school. We, meaning me, the teachers, and the administration, are working harder than ever before because their progress is simply addicting. Over the past year, our students evolved from being the standard makeup of a freshman class to leaders in our school. This transformation is holistic. You can see change not only in their academics, but their behavior, their demeanor, and their visions for their future. They're still teenagers, but if you watch and listen to their conversations, you'll realize they've changed. For instance, the boys now have a saying, A's before bays. We've all We've also adapted a mentality of solutions, not excuses. And what is most telling, all of the students refer to JA Academy as family. And as the kids say, you don't leave family. They push each other to do more, call each other out when they're slacking, and are the biggest champions for one another's success. When you walk down our halls, the pride and camaraderie is palpable. That energy just flows into our classrooms and translates into a class of higher performing students. We are not giving our students a pass and letting them coast to the next grade level. No, that mindset of making excuses is what trouble got our kids into entering high school with a 6th grade understanding of reading and math. That is not acceptable in the real world, and it is not acceptable in JA Academy. And our students now agree that their futures are worth far more than subpar effort. In our classrooms, students are working in teams to discover solutions to real-world issues. They're challenging one another to do better. They're carrying these concepts across each of our subjects, and unknowingly to them, they are developing the knowledge and the skills to thrive. That is the JA Academy difference. My students attend a Title I public school at Banneker High School. Every single one of them live at or below the poverty line. According to every piece of research, that is the pinnacle of disengagement in education. Yet our students are showing up to school, they're leaning into their education, and they're lifting each other up and learning at accelerated rates. The students leaped nearly 3 grade levels in reading and math and outperformed their peers on all 9th grade tests. And get this, the students also surpassed students just like them from schools all throughout Fulton County. Exactly. To say JA Academy is transforming students is simply an understatement. Bottom line, these kids prove that poverty can no longer be a blanket excuse for poor performance in our schools. When we as a community step up to bring innovation to education, every child has the potential to excel farther than the limitations dictated to them by society. Our students have been exposed to possibilities many of them could have never imagined. And because of this, they have a greater respect for their education, and they are working tirelessly to fuel their futures for themselves and their community. That is the definition of proactivity. JA Academy does not just make school different, it elevates every individual involved. My students look at the world and the role that they play differently than they did 18 months ago. They're not just dreamers. They know how to work hard, set goals, and put forth the effort to reach the finish line. They are defying every stereotype and invisible barrier that has been placed on them their entire lives. Today, they are leaders in our schools. Tomorrow, they will be leaders in our communities. They are the ones breaking the cycle and rewriting the narrative about today's generation. They are the ones that are proving to their little brothers and sisters that there is more than one option for their futures. I work hard because my students are my life's work, but they are the real heroes. They are resilient, determined, driven, and inspire me to be a better person and teacher every day. Because of them, I know the work that we are doing today will impact generations to come. As you can see, I can talk on this topic for hours. However, I'd rather take my last few moments on stage to introduce you to 5 of my heroes who represent the hundreds of students who are leading a movement to redefine education. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me, as you already have, in recognizing Daniel Blade, Isaiah Atkins, Jada Johnson, Naisha Daniel, and Octavius Taylor.
Wow. Ms. Morgan, you are certainly right. The 5 of you inspire me, and I'm sure inspire everybody in this room. We're all moved by the young women and men that you have worked to become, and I am overwhelmed by the possibilities that your futures hold.